Now that I've activated my background knowledge and put down everything that I know about meat-eating plants, I'm ready to go ahead and read. And the next one we're going to focus on for the code is questions. And I'm going to give you a couple examples of some questions that might come up because it might just be a question you have about the topic. It might be I'm confused by this, or it might be about a new word you do not know. So let's start off with this first paragraph here. It says, I want people to get passionate about plants, says Lisa Van Cleef about a new exhibit at the San Francisco Conservatory of Flowers. So already I have a question there because I'm not there. And if you did print it out, you can just do it randomly through. I'm not sure what conservatory means. So I'm just going to write down the word conservatory. So I don't know what that means. And if you notice, the code for the question is very simple. It's just a question mark with a circle around it. Everybody gets excited about the zoo and animals. But once you start looking at plants, you find they have a lot going on too. So already I have another question. My question is, what do plants have going on? That's my next question here, because it's like, plants are boring. They grow, they're there, they're done, boom. What else do they have going on? So that's my question I'm going to write down right now. That's in my head what I'm thinking. I'm thinking out loud right now. My question is, I wonder what do plants have going on? And to make it a complete sentence, I can do another question mark there. So there's just a couple example of some questions, whether it's a word you don't know what it means, or sometimes it's going to be just a question that you have happening in your head. Or sometimes it's just going to be you read a sentence and you're just very confused by it, so maybe you're just going to write that down. I'm going to do one more example for a question. I'm going to go to the next sentence here. Especially the carnivores. Oh, what does carnivores mean? I wonder, that's a big word. Boys and girls, if you come across a word like that, that might be a word that your mom and dad might have to help you read out loud because that's a big one. So what does carnivore means? Okay, so especially the carnivores or meat eaters. I just answered the question while reading. Now, boys and girls, if you remember, while you're reading, if you have a question and that question is answered later on when you're reading, you can go down like this, do a little line to divide it, and then underneath you can do it means meat eaters. So I just answered my own question because I just kept on reading. So parents, that's another little code we learned in class when we were learning about questions, that you do the question mark, you do your question or the word, and then while they're reading, if they answer it while they're reading, they can just go back to that post-it note or that little square there and just underneath write down the answer and do a little A for answer. And that is how we track our thinking for when we have questions and when we have an answer to that question.